everyone. I'm zookeeper Adrienne. I work out here in the African Savannah at the Cape May County Zoo. I know that our community is really strange right now because the zoo is not open for visitors, so that you can stay home and you can stay safe. But that does not mean that you have to miss all of the really cool animals that we all love so much. You can still tour the zoo virtually every day, and you can check in on your favorite animal with the zoo school.
Zookeeper Stephanie is Zookeeper Adrienne.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting a radio call. Go ahead.
The next virtual tour is ready for their online zoo visit.
Awesome, 10-4. What animal do you think the tour would like to see today?
I think they want to see a very rare antelope, Zookeeper Adrienne.
Roger that, Zookeeper Stephanie. Follow me over to the antelope farm. Okay guys, here at the Cape May Zoo we have a really cool species of antelope. Let's walk down this way. I think you'll be able to see them very closely. Yep. Here we have the Scimitar horned oryx, which I'm scaring by screaming loudly. So the Scimitar horned oryx have a home here at the Cape May Zoo. Scimitar horned oryx and other oryx species will be found in herds. They live in groups of 20 to 40 individuals, and sometimes they can be found in groups of up to 1,000 individuals during periods of migration. Here at the zoo we have a group of 5 oryx. They really like to eat herbivore pellets and grass hay. They also really like browse, and they like grazing for grasses. So oryx can live 20 years in the zoo. Their name, Scimitar horned oryx, comes from their horns, which are curved like an Arabian sword, called a scimitar. These oryx also are pretty special because they can tolerate extreme heat. They can adjust their body temperature to 116 degrees Fahrenheit. I really enjoy being a zookeeper and taking care of these special animals. We have 2 that were born here in 2014. Their names are Norton and Trixie, and that's really meaningful to me because this species is extinct in the wild. Luckily, in 1960, 50 individuals of this species were placed in zoos, and thankfully, due to those animals being placed in zoos, the species was able to remain. It did not disappear forever. Zoos around the world are all working together to breed Scimitar horned oryx and to increase their population and even release them back into the wild. Their native habitat would have been North Africa, so they're trying to establish a population in Chad. There are scientists that use a satellite tracking technology to monitor the populations that were reintroduced, so they can study the success of those populations. And actually in 2018, 40 calves were born in the wild, so that's a good news to share. But yes, being a zookeeper is a lot of hard work, but it's my favorite job in the whole world because having a part in conservation and protecting the planet is super important to me. There are also 5 other animals that share the habitat with the oryx. They are called Watusi. They're cattle. I really enjoy watching the Watusi. You can watch them too. They are pretty frequently excited about their enrichment and will interact with things like an empty barrel.
Zookeeper Steph, the zookeeper Adrienne.
Oh, that's the radio again. Go ahead.
It's time for lunch break and a hay delivery.
Roger that, Zookeeper Stephanie. All right, guys, it's time for me to get back to work. I'll have to meet Keeper Steph over at the hay truck and unload a few bales for the animals. But I really want to thank you for stopping in to the zoo today on your virtual visit and for learning about these really cool animals out in the African savanna.
So this is some of our gang. The one in the front, that's Stymie. The one behind him is Darla. They're very similar in color, but the size is really what separates them. Their horns are also shaped a little bit differently. For us, the biggest difference is the marking on her side. Darla in the middle, she has a little bit of speckles on that. The one with the white face, that's Bertha. To the left of that, with the brindle face, that's Spanky. And then Jeffrey, our head of our herd, is taking a drink of water behind Bertha. Bertha and Jeffrey came in together. They're the oldest ones that we have. And Darla is definitely the one with the biggest personality.
Today we are going to get to meet a really fun animal. We're going to meet our bongos. Before we go down and check them out, we wanted to talk to you a little bit about this sign right here. Whenever you see this sign, that means that the animal is part of our species survival plan. So here at the Cape May County Zoo, we are an AZA accredited zoo, and that is one of the highest standards a zoo can be held to. And with that, we are part of a species survival plan. This is really important because what it is kind of like our insurance policy on the animals in the wild. So unfortunately, animals are going extinct at a rate faster than ever before, and we need to do our part in helping to save these animals. So we have animals here at the zoo that have been genetically matched so that we can help protect their species. By having a pure gene pool within zoos, should they ever go extinct in the wild, we can help with replenish their populations through the populations that we have in the zoo. So the bongo is a really special animal to us here, and it shows why it is important that we have these zoos. So you can come and see them and learn about them. This is an animal you would probably never see in the wild, so you have a great opportunity to see it and learn about it up close here at the zoo.
Hi, my name is Steph. I'm a zookeeper here at Cape May County Zoo. This is Franklin. He is an eastern mountain bongo. He is one of 3 that reside here. Eastern mountain bongos are critically endangered with less than 100 in the wild. You'll see here he's about 5 years old. He is a male. He's got his full coloration. Males are typically darker, whereas females have more red in their fur. They say that the darker you are, the more masculine you are, so females generally prefer more dark and prominent horns. I'll go into their horns a little bit. Males are more wide set, whereas females are a little bit closer together. They're herbivores, so he has a prehensile tongue, which means he can grab browse and stuff easier. So You saw earlier he had a little bit of mud on his face. One of his favorite activities is running around and plowing in the dirt. He'll take his horns generally and rub them around. With their horns too, the length of that, you'll see there's a little bit of a curvature to them. And that's actually to, when they're going through the forest and everything, they like to see where they can fit through there. So anything that their horns touch they shows them where they can fit through. Come here, buddy. You see the stripes on him. Each bongo has stripes which are unique to their own selves. Our female Marley is actually, she has a little chromosome looking one, which is really interesting. Franklin has sired one offspring here at our zoo.
Just met our bongos, and here we are with our zebra. We do have 3 Grant's zebras here at our zoo. One male named Ziggy, he is 7 years old, and 2 females, Gracie and Greta. Gracie is 17 years old and Greta is 20. Now in the wild, typically the Grant zebras will live to be about 20 years old. So Greta is on the older side there, but still doing quite well. They are obviously well cared for and protected here, so they can live a lot longer. There are 7 different kinds of zebras in the world, and the Grant zebra is the smallest of these 7 subspecies. This subspecies is representative of the Serengeti Mara ecosystem, so that's where they would be found in Africa. Now zebras have that striped patterning, which is really important for them for camouflage. So when they start to run, those zigzag patterns, those stripes as they move, make it very disoriented for their predator to attack them. Each pattern is unique to each individual zebra, so it's kind of like how our fingerprint is unique to us.
These 2 pretty girls in the front, they are our mares. The one on the right is Gracie. She was born in 2003. And the one on the right is Greta. And we kind of tell them apart by a bunch of different little things. Greta is a little bit more red in color. Our senior keeper actually says she has a pretty little monarch pattern on her chest. So that's one way that we can see the markings, if you kind of get a little bit of a look there. Secondly, Greta is a little bit smaller. And then back there is Ziggy. Ziggy! This is Ziggy. He is our male. He is 7 years old. He came to us from Houston. He's here to kind of keep the girls some company. His favorite foods are carrots. He loves bamboo. And he's probably one of the most social ones that we have. He loves his keepers and attention.
Heather to Kendra.
Go ahead.
Hey Kendra, I miss you. I just wanted to say hi and see how you're doing.
Thanks, Heather. I miss you too. Make sure you're washing your hands and keeping your social distance. Don't forget to check up on your friends and remember to hashtag us at CMC Zoo School.